Okay, so today is the International Men's Day. I never understood these days, which are declared by somebody who I don't even know, and I don't even know why. Like, who decides for these days? Anyways, let's talk about men's health or mental health, just men in general. Being a man, I've talked about this many, many times for many, many hours, I think. Being a man in today's society, the weak man is rewarded and celebrated, while the strong man is being shunned away and ridiculed. Um, yeah, uh, the society, the system doesn't need strong men, right? It has a government of its own, which is the government and its pawns. But before we had the system that, by the way, imposes fake safety for you, it's fake. But it just makes you feel safe. Like, sure, at first, the society was safe and governed well, sorta. So people have this fantasy that they live in a safe world, that we are modern, everything is solved, being taken care of, but it's just an illusion. It's just an illusion. So before we had this illusion, men had to step up. Men had to be the ones governing their society, their community, their people. Right? It would be the man, which partook in society. Nowadays, we have them replaced by I don't know, whoever does the job, right? Policemen. Before we had policemen, we had men policing. Every man policing their people. Like lawyers or judges. Before, every man would be the judge of a situation, right? Who would decide what's the best course of action in every situation that happens on the spot. We had providers of society, like food, clothing, like building houses. All these things man would do, and now it's been industrialized, like replaced. Every single thing you would respect a man for was replaced by industries, by a machine, by things you take for granted, things you cannot really praise, show appreciation for. And when you do, it doesn't mean anything. So now, when we have these men in this society, this system, there's no room for them to be appreciated, celebrated. So yeah, when the qualities a man has aren't given room to be used, then it will go away. Like, what you don't use, you lose, right? So the system wants men weak because whenever there's a confrontation of the values people hold, a society hold, the man had to step up and do something about it. But the system doesn't want it, because the system just wants to. It's like a serpent, like tries to pose as, the good guy, but it abuses you slowly but surely. It pushes your boundaries, your limits. When it oversteps, it says, "Oh, sorry. Oh, it was our mistake. We won't do it again." And it keeps pushing, and then it starts pushing again, but slower, so that you know, it's not as drastic, so you don't really, I don't know, revolt. It's rough, man. Right? People are, and the system makes sure that you are too busy to even do something about the stuff that it's perpetrating on you. Right? So when the man isn't appreciated, why should he live? Why should he be a part of a place that doesn't appreciate him, doesn't value him? That's all we need. That's all we need as men, to be appreciated, and then appreciated, respected for what we are, what we do, what we provide, what we are able to provide. But we aren't given room to provide or taught how to do that. So that's why you have so many depressed men. They are capable of being more, but the system doesn't need them, doesn't want them to be more. So now what? The system just wants people to be weak, confused consumers, while the system gets a hold of everyone in it. It's like cancer, really. And women, women, I don't know what's the correct term or word, but a lot of them, they operate on what they deem as normal, what the culture is, right? They stick to the norm, to the culture, to whatever is being perceived as acceptable, as fine, as the norm. Now, when we have this perverted and twisted culture, imposed and what's the word? Compromised, suddenly women don't act right, don't act correctly. And it all goes hand in hand with the agenda that is to enslave humanity, basically. Now, when women don't appreciate men, it's a hard hit, man. It's a hard hit, and that's what we have too much of today. It doesn't hurt to appreciate, does it? The right man. Not every man deserves to be respected and accepted, but there are many broken men that keep trying despite the whole world being against them. They keep on going, knowing that that's what they are, that's who they want to be, not compromising their identity, their themselves, just for the system, right? Even if the whole world is against them, women, system, they are hurting, and I don't know, man. There are also men that gave up on everything, gave up on trying. And there are the men that revere in this system, right? They enjoy it, enjoy being weak, reap the fruit that they don't deserve, but it's provided to them by the slave master, so yeah, why not enjoy it, right? But the man that knows that it's not right, he won't do what's not right. He won't be okay with other people suffering while he gets something he doesn't deserve. He just doesn't want to be that guy because he knows that it taints his honor. And when you look at men, you don't know which man is which, right? Just by the outside look. But society doesn't allow you to get to know men or a stranger man or each man. It doesn't give space for you to get to know them, to make your own judgment of who a person is. So then you gotta fall back to operating on a general idea. General, what's the word? I don't know. General consensus, or no, I don't know. Just the norm that you generalize people. And yeah, the truth is, there's a lot of weak men, evil men out there, or maybe just in your perspective. When you look at social media, you only see the negative things, you only see the extreme things, because they either serve the agenda of you being scared, being afraid of something that is the answer for you, or it just wants you to be hooked, right? Dopamine. Wow. Excitement. But if a woman wants to live a fulfilled life, she gotta be led, or at least taught how to let herself be led, right? But then again, there's fear. There's fear to be led by a wrong man. But for her to be taught how to choose right, how to allow herself to be led, there's got to be a strong father figure that would teach her that would show her that she can trust a man, that a man cares about her, that, I don't know, he would move mountains for her just because of what she means to him. Without a strong father figure, without a father's presence, since both parents gotta work their 9 to 5s and they don't even have time to raise their children. The states do it, right? The schools, the social media does it. So then she has all these wrong ideas about what the world is, what a man is, how to act herself, how to be. So yeah, I think that's it. I don't think I have much more to say. I might, but it's not coming up right now. It's not coming to my mind right now. So thanks for listening, and see you in the next video.